What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. With its international space constantly squeezed by China, Taiwan has to work hard to keep its few remaining diplomatic allies. One of the ways it does this is by offering development aid. Edmund brings this report from Eswatini.
Bringing expert medical care where it's most desperately needed. That's the goal behind this new facility in Eswatini, made possible through Taiwanese government expertise and funding. The referral and emergency complex at Mbani Government Hospital in Eswatini's capital is a prime example of how Taiwan looks to help its remaining diplomatic allies. An absolute monarchy, Eswatini is one of Africa's smallest nations, and it needs support from richer countries like Taiwan to make sure it can provide equitable services to its people. With a population of just over 1 million, it has one of Africa's highest rates of HIV/AIDS. Its ally, Taiwan, is a world leader in healthcare, thanks to excellent training and its national health insurance system, making it well placed to help in this area.
Today, with the support from Taiwan, we are at the hospital that will serve Eswatini for the next 100 years.
But while Taiwanese aid is welcome here, it's not the only country African states can turn to. China, which claims sovereignty over Taiwan, and has steadily convinced most of the island nation's allies to switch diplomatic ties from Taipei to Beijing. In recent years, it has also massively expanded its footprint in Africa, offering major infrastructure projects and access to its market. That's something Taiwan can't compete with.
The Chinese come to the continent with a very different agenda. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're not here to give you aid and dependency and welfare. We want to do trade. We want to do business. We also want to build infrastructure.
Faced with the might of the world's second largest economy, it can seem Taiwan is fighting a losing battle to win friends for its aid programs. But there's more to these projects than just gaining influence. For local communities, such assistance can help bring real change that outlasts the uncertainties of geopolitics. John Su and Ed Moon in Mbani, Eswatini for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's President Tsai says that African countries are looking for alternatives to Chinese investment. Responding to a question from TaiwanPlus reporter Ed Moon, Tsai said that Taiwan can play a role.
非洲的国家也希望有其他的同时有其他的选择，让他们的国家的经济或者是在其他的层面的对外关系上面可以有一个台湾的成分在里面。
Tsai was speaking to reporters shortly before she leaves Eswatini. She's visiting the African nation home to 1 million people on a state visit. Eswatini is the only country in Africa that recognizes Taipei over Beijing. Tsai also said that she hopes her successor as president continues her efforts to further Taiwan's relationships on the continent. With the world's largest chips expo going on in Taipei, several government representatives have flown in for the occasion. This year, there's a strong showing from Europe, including the very first chips delegation from the UK. Joy Sun reports on how they are looking to strengthen ties with Taiwan.
The biggest names in the semiconductor industry are in Taipei for the largest chips expo to date. It's a rare chance for stakeholders across the complex global supply chain to meet in person. Also here, government representatives from across the world, looking to stay in the know. As the brains behind all electronics, chips are essential in a digital world. That's the main reason why the US and China are competing over chip technology. That tension has caused others to look into building up their own capabilities. But it's clear that no one country can make chips on its own. European Union leaders are seizing this expo as a chance to reinforce key partnerships in Taiwan.
We are meeting here today to link European opportunities and needs with the capabilities and investment plans of Taiwanese companies.
Europe has a strong base in chemicals and equipment that support chip production, but its semiconductor industry relies heavily on partners outside the bloc. The EU is aiming to double its share of the global chip markets by 2030, setting aside over 43 billion euros to that end. So far, their efforts appear to be working. Some high-profile chip giants, including the world's largest contract chip maker, TSMC, has said it plans to expand into Germany. The move would usher in other chip firms to invest there too, which would build on an existing partnership between Germany and Taiwan.
Germany and Taiwan, these two countries, they have complementary strength. In Taiwan, we have very strong positioning, IC design, IC manufacturing, packaging, testing. Germany or Europe, there are some very good material suppliers, tool vendors, key component suppliers, but lack of manufacturing capability. So you see that they could really help each other and work together.
Aside from Germany, some other players in Europe are also stepping up to ensure their position in the powerful and lucrative industry.
For the first time ever, the UK has sent a semiconductor business delegation to Taiwan specifically for this expo. Though they may be a lesser-known part of the supply chain, British businesses are here to showcase their contributions to chip innovation.
We've brought 12 startups and about 7 or 8 large companies here. The UK's got really good strength in design and IP. We're recognised for our research and development activity with really good universities.
As each country works to build up its own technological might, conventions like this one serve as an opportunity to exchange information and bolster ties, while also being a reminder that progress can't be made alone. Alex Chen and Joyce Chen for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's top financial agency is planning to regulate cryptocurrencies in the country. The Financial Supervisory Commission will roll out 10 guidelines to manage virtual currencies this month. These are intended to improve transparency and set standards for cryptocurrency trades. They'll also ban overseas dealers from illegally selling these currencies in the country. The Commission plans to look at international practices and crack down on the use of crypto in money laundering. Consumer prices in Taiwan are growing at the fastest rate in 2023 so far. Government figures show the August consumer price index grew by 2.5%. That's the highest level since February. Officials say the rise is linked to greater demand for leisure activities, typhoon damage to local agriculture, and high international fuel prices. Analysts say those prices are likely to remain high, keeping inflation up through the rest of the year.
那既然我们今年这个最后几个月的这个油价一定会居高不下的情况之下，所以我们说大概整体台湾的这个消费者物价指数大概未来几个月会维持在2% 以上的水准。
An 18-year-old Taiwanese weightlifter has dominated at the IWF World Weightlifting Championships in Saudi Arabia. Chen Guanling's coach calls her Taiwan's next weightlifting powerhouse. She lived up to the name on Thursday by taking all 3 gold medals in the women's 55-kilogram weight category. She lifted 112 kilograms for the clean and jerk and 91 kilos for the snatch lift for a combined total of 203 kilograms. Chen holds 3 national records and participated in the Asian Championships earlier this year, where she again swept the golds for her weight class. Animal rescue workers are helping out some unexpected victims of a recent typhoon, baby turtles. Eric Gao has the details.
Here on Taiwan's outlying island of Penghu, animal conservation workers are making sure these baby sea turtles make it out of their nests and into the sea. That's after the recent passage of Typhoon Haikui made it difficult for them to get out on their own.
该处的软卧呢，应该是已经孵化，但是里面的海龟呢是属于体弱，所以没有办法爬出。因此呢，我们呢去经过个紧急的开挖。
Conservationists say the eggs were laid in mid-July, with 29 of the babies hatching. They're the first batch of turtles to be born this year at the Wang An Turtle Conservation Center. Officials say visitors to the center are welcome to observe the baby turtles, but to leave the rescue efforts to the experts. Interfering with the animals could come with a fine of over $9,000. Howard Zhang and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally, we leave you with images of artists carving ice sculptures in Dubai. I'm Ethan Liu, and I'll see you next time.